Hey everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Together we are
K&K Crochet.
Welcome back. This is an update on what we've been crocheting and making. We've been doing a lot of stuffing bags and hats, and so for the parade, so there hasn't been a whole lot of other stuff. Honestly, once the goal was met, I kind of just breathed a deep sigh of relief. Yeah, and then we went straight into bagging and putting things, because that's the next. Once you get through the knowing you have enough for everything, then is processing everything and making sure that's done. So we worked on that for about a week probably, and I still have some to deliver because it's either a distance to deliver them and I'm waiting till I'm there anyway, or it's places that we tried to deliver and they weren't open, so we have to do another day. Just busy. So here's what I have been working on though that I did get done. This is the rim. Yes, I haven't done ends. It's okay. This is the Rim Click Beanie by Spring, the Fiber Enthusiast. Very pretty. Minus the tails, but very pretty. I will weave those in a minute and put that in the hats that need to go out for donation. And then this, I don't know if I've shown, I don't think I've shown either of these. So I'm going to show them both. And this, again, with the tails, is Spring's Unhinged Beanie. Spring the Fiber Enthusiast. Very pretty. Double color. Don't let that color work fool you. It's super easy. Don't let it intimidate you. And then this is, yes, again with tails. I'm not about sewing that stuff in. I will, though, probably tonight sew them all in. So this is, goes this way. Started here. Nope. That's the
Other end.
other end. It started, it doesn't matter, but it started on this end with the pink. This is my scrap gan. Kristen, you help me. And right about in here, it just started all flowing. And this was not set up that way. It just was picked. Those colors.
She didn't even pick it. I did.
Yep. Colors were randomly picked all the way down until the very last one. And Kristen did pick that one on purpose. Because she had picked another
this one I did.
Yellow-like color. And
I put it back.
Yeah, she put it back. She's like, nope, that's not going to work.
I put it back, but I also picked the next one randomly. I didn't look.
Yeah.
The pink was just random.
Because it was a variegated, and so to end on a solid, like we started on a solid. Yeah. So, yeah. Very pretty, and this was supposed to be a donation, but it's actually been changed. I'm going to take this and give it to my mama for Christmas, which to me is still the same kind of thing. We're still warming hearts and helping other people, even though it is for my mother. She is in the nursing home. But that's going to be the first one, and so then my first scrap can is done. If you finished yours, you can send us pictures. It turned out better than I thought it would. I really was worried about these large blocks of color I was doing and how they were going to go together, but I think it turned out good. The reason I decided to give it to my mama, one of the reasons, it reminds me of the blankets that she used to make the quilts. She would cut out little, like 9x9 squares and sew them together, sometimes smaller, and in all kinds of different patterns. I remember vivid reds and blues and greens, and she would just sew all them together and make quilt tops and make these most beautiful quilts for the beds. And so I decided that this reminded me of that because of all the different colors, and that she would enjoy that. So that's hers for Christmas once I weave in all the ends, which I have to do soon. Hat update. We have 2,483 hats to date. And we're looking forward to getting those out to people and getting them in the hands of those who need them, along with the tracks that come with them. I also created, hold on one second. Let me pause, please. I also was asked by my daughter-in-law if I could make these. And I said, sure. The picture she sent was like this, and up against, like her hand was like this. So I just thought these were two different ornaments. And then I realized they were tied together, and I don't know the significance of that or why they were like that, but I don't know if these were like something she had in her family and she wanted more for everybody else or what, but I did make them. These are little, and they are the basic concept for what we do with worry worms, where you crochet in the loops, you know, and I just use random whatever guidelines on not Facebook, the internet, Google, whatever, and figured out and then made up my own. So I think I did like 40 chains for the dark green, no, 30 chains for the dark green, 40 for this green that's in between there because I knew it was thinner. And on these, I think I did 27 and then did like 3 single crochets back in each loop. And I did put a little wire in these to make them form. And then did the chain and tied it onto each one. Made a little bow out of 2 strands of yarn instead of 1. Just single crocheted, or not, just chained. And then formed it into a bow and hot glued it on. I will not be making more of these. These were not my friends. You can ask Kristen. These look real quick, right? And you know when you do the curly cues, you do the pieces and you form them together, right? Wrap them over each other.
Mm-hmm.
Super simple, easy. It should be. And that part wasn't too bad. But again, the white yarn was thinner than the red. The light green was thinner than the dark green. It makes it more difficult to do it. And I don't know why these took me all evening. These two. Look at that. Very little yarn. It should be very little time. The crocheting is not the hard part. The piecing them together even is not too bad until it comes to sewing those wreaths together and lining them up, and that's a pain in the neck. I was not happy. But they're done, and I hope she'll be happy with those. I'm sure she will be. And she loves when I make her things, so I'm always happy to make her whatever she asks because she appreciates it. And that's all I've been doing. And I'm going to start a new scrap can. I do still have some of the yarn that Jerry sent. That was this scrap right here. She had sent several little strands, and Kristen balled it up into the magic knot. I think that was called magic knot ball. And just so it would randomly flow. So that's what the divider is between all of the sections.
And that was also random. I had them in a box. I'd close my eyes, turn the other way, pick a ball out, tie it together, and roll it up.
So that's this yellow that faded into this yellow fruit roll, which is really neat. And then this teal that faded into this tealish color here. And the purples. And all of this stuff kind of faded in together. It just kind of worked itself out. So I do still have a little bit of that left. And I have another ball that I had started with yarn left over from my projects that I was having Kristen make me so that I could create an afghan. So I think I'm going to join Jerry's into mine. And we're going to start another one, and it will be more random than this. There will not be blocks of color. It will be all of this scrap yarn together.
I think that's going to be adorable.
Yeah, it will be a magic knot skein of yarn, and that will be the whole thing. And so that one will be hopefully for a donation. This one was supposed to be, but like I said, it's going to my mama, and honestly, I would keep it if it wasn't for that because it feels so good. And I guess it's all the combinations of yarn. But it just feels so good. It's so wonderful. And so I'm looking forward to that. Who knows? I may make it and keep it. Who knows? I really want one of these. So I really love it. I was the one going, I don't know about all these colors together. And now I'm like, it's so much fun. It's so much, it's something new every time you look at it. So join in with us and do a scrap gan with us. A C2C scrap gan or a regular, whatever kind of scrap gan you want to do. Other projects for the year that are coming to an end in December, the Hexicardi, if you've made one and want to show it, that's fine. The sock along.
I haven't finished mine yet.
Yeah, it's okay.
I might finish. I want to finish it. Let's say that.
The sock along, which I'm not going to do. I have made 2 socks.
Maker. No, thank you.
I have made 2 socks. The one that I made from Springs Pattern turned out great. I didn't like the yarn I used, so I needed to use a different yarn. I think as winter comes, I may step back into it and try to make a pair of slipper socks like that from the same pattern, just with the thicker yarn so that it will be slipper socks. Other than that, those are the 2. And you know what? I'm okay with the fact that I didn't make my socks this year. And even though we were doing the sock along, so many other people did who had never made socks before, and that's what it's about, pressing those boundaries, reaching out, doing something new. And in the new year, we are going to start a new project where we talk about hats and talk about Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach and talk about our family and connect hats to our family, and we hope you'll join them with us for that. And I wanted to show you, this is a picture of a hat that Elaine made. Isn't that beautiful?
That is gorgeous.
If you can see.
You want to turn your brightness down a little bit more? It pretty much needs to be dark.
There we go.
There you go. You can see it now.
Very
Look how
pretty.
gorgeous.
I love that. So I wanted to share that because she had sent that in. And so you guys can always feel free to share. You can share on the community tab, email, in the Facebook group. And if you want it on the YouTube channel, let me know. Or if you don't, let me know. And that's all we have for today. Let us know what you're working on. You will see some changes as the new year comes. I think you're going to see us not be as wound up about getting things done. I just want to enjoy crochet again. I don't want to push for all the deadlines. Of course, I'll say that, and I'm doing the hats, but that, that's different, and it's the only thing I'm doing, and I want to connect that with BMO and have something that keeps me moving and making hats each month. So that's going to be the only thing that I want to make sure that I incorporate this year, other than continuing Thoughtful Thursday. And then maybe you'll see more lives or just laid back crochet and chats. I'm tired of pressing myself to make things just to make things, to have something to show. I want to share what I'm doing with a friend over a cup of coffee or Dr. Pepper or whatever, just like we would in real life, and not be so stressed about bringing things to the forefront to show. YouTube has changed their algorithm, and they're not pushing people out like they were before anyway. And the people that we have here right now, and the new ones that are coming in who want to be here just because they want to be friends and who want to share, those are the people that, that we're talking to and have relationships with here. And I think we all feel better when we can just sit down and say, hey, this is what we're working on. These are the struggles we're facing. This is what we're doing. Instead of deadline, 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 deadline. Let's make. That's pressure, and I'm done with pressure. I want to be able to just enjoy crochet. This was so much fun because there was no pressure. I did not have a deadline. It was open-ended. I could do whatever I wanted to with it. It did not have to meet anything. So I'm going to step away from a lot of those things. Just because it's time. It's time to pull back and share what I'm doing, but I just want to talk. And hopefully you're here for that too. Let us know down below. Are you in for content that is us talking about what we're doing, even if we're showing the same thing for weeks on end, because that's what we're working on, and just talking about what's going on in life and just enjoying our time together. That's what I want to do. I think that has more value. So let us know down below, and don't forget to be kind, because
you don't know anybody else's journey.
Bye.
Bye.